Hello, my lovelies. This is me, your diva Khagramacha, and in today's video, I am reviewing so many hybrids. This is Hybrid Review Volume 2, Electric Boogaloo, and yeah. So let's get to our first hybrid. His name is Doomsday, and this is what he looks like. In case you're wondering, I drew him myself. So let's check out his genome. So, its base is the Shantongosaurus. This thing, I believe, provides its neural spines, its body structure and whatnot. Then, comes the Apatosaurus, providing size and air sacs, which means this thing is like hella tall. Now, I don't really see any problems with this thing so far. So then you've got the Tarbosaurus, providing skull, brain tooth, and brain, its teeth and whatnot. I don't think you should say skull and tooth and jaw locking, because the skull, taking the direct skull of the Tarbo already provides all that. So just say skull and brain. Moving on is the Jackapil, providing spiky armor. Now this individual, Samsung, they're super intelligent because they use Jackapil and Thorny Devil to provide highly lightweight armor so that this thing can still be mobile and whatnot while fighting other hybrids, which I highly applaud. Moving on is the Arctotherium, providing its arm structure and power. Now, I don't really know about this, but then again, he added the Belgian blue to muscularize the body. Now, so I guess this fixes the Arctotherium arm structure problem. So, yeah. Moving on is the Gila monster, providing osteoderms and venom. Now, I don't have any qualms with this, but the only problem is the Spanish fighting bull. I do not know about this thing. I also considering the sheer amount of muscle mass this thing has. Oh wait, no. The Belgian blue also provides muscle to the tail and whatnot. So yeah. So now this genome is what I have problems with. The New Caledonian crow, because I know they're hella intelligent, but don't birds only use their legs and not their entire wings and whatnot? Sure, I know they use their wings when flying and whatnot, but yeah, I think you understand. Yeah. Moving on is the Gigantspinosaurus. Now, this hybrid is super well made, so we're starting out hella strong with this one. So also I don't really see any problems, with the sole exception of the New Caledonian crow, of course. So yeah, let's get to the next hybrid. Moving on is Glowtail by Barryox, a friend of the channel. Now, he is actually a friend of... Now, Barryox is a part of the big three. Maximus, alongside Maximus, and Crud by Clamps. So, unlike Crud, this thing doesn't really have the... Oh, wait, no. I just think it's the spacing and whatnot, which made Crud have so much stuff. So, its base is Apatosaurus. This, I don't really see any problems. Same thing with Diplodocus, but I think you could go with Diplodocus. I don't know what I'm doing. Indian rhino. This is very intelligent usage of the Indian rhino. Then comes the donkey, providing stronger bite, but that is the only thing this was used for. When it can provide even more I see a lot of underutilization within this thing. Now, because donkeys, number one, they're very intelligent. Number two, they have a powerful bite. Number three, they have a wait, no, they have instincts to fight predators, which is why ranchers put them alongside cows and whatnot. Moving on is the American alligator. Now, my main problem now, this thing is meant to be like hella mobile and whatnot, weighing the same as my boy Doomsday. So, this thing, the American alligator also has vasoconstriction. Oh wait, no. I think like the vasoconstriction is part of its immune system. I don't know. Also, in my opinion, the American alligator also has some miscellaneous stuff, which you'll know if you watch Hybrid Review, Volume 1. Moving on to the hippopotamus, providing some powerful tusks. Moving on is the hippopotamus, providing powerful tusks. Now, hippopotamuses, they have these things called sweat glands. Basically, sweat glands, what they do is, the hybrid can fight better as well as being able to cool down. Therefore, I think you could have used this thing for sweat glands. Also, you could have used the more powerful hippopotamus gorgon. Now, moving on is the Asian water monitor, providing its eyesight. Now, I don't really see any problems with that. Then is the mastodon, providing its trunk, its feet pads, and drinking. The hell, I think he meant providing trunk for sniffing and drinking, but yeah, its ears, very good. Now, if you add hippopotamus's sweat glands, your hybrid will be extremely good at cooling itself down. And then is the Kentrosaurus, providing deadly side spikes. Now, regarding this, I think you could use the Kentrosaurus. No. I think you could also use the like one of these if you want your hybrid to be mobile and have good armor. Monitor lizards and whatnot have these chainmail like osteoderms. They're a chainmail like set of osteoderms which protect them from slashing and whatnot. So I definitely think you could have utilized that. Overall, I see a lot of underutilization of genomes. Moving on is another Discord hybrid. Minos, made by Obama the geologist, or Xenoglazer. This art is very peak and I do not care if it's outdated. First of all is this thing's base, the Taurovenator. It provides its strong neck and raised spines. Therefore, this hybrid is very much made for impact absorption, because this thing will be ramming and whatnot. Then we have the Tarbosaurus, providing its agility, jaw lock, and eyesight and smell. Now this and its smell. Moving on is the Carnotaurus, providing a stronger neck and tail muscles. Now, if you're gonna use Carnotaurus, then what is the need of the Hyenia Yanshini? I can't pronounce that name. Huenia Yanshini. Yes, I can. I don't really get the Carnotaurus, cause the Taurovenator already provides the strong neck, with the Yanshini providing stronger tail muscles and whatnot. Then you've got the Shantungosaurus and Diplodocus, providing stronger legs and some skeletal adaptations and whatnot. Then is the Brevirostrine skull stuff for stress tolerance. I believe this is some extra impact absorption and whatnot. Then you've got the gold-fronted woodpecker. I don't really understand this thing. Considering the existence of the Pachycephalosaurus already. And yeah, then you've got the gold-fronted woodpecker providing its keel, which I believe enhances the arms of this thing. Then you've got the emu. Yeah, I don't really understand this thing. I guess it like enhances the legs, but like doesn't the Shantungosaurus already do that? I don't know. I'm just dumb, I guess. Then you've got the Acanthosuchus. I don't really understand this thing's jaws and gums, cause I've heard through Warden Commander Atrosaurus that the way he's a guy on the Discord server I'm on. Basically, he is like basically this thing has damn sharp osteoderms. Now, this hybrid is the Maximus of theropods in the sense that Maximus, by my guy Ganatrop, is amazing at heat resistance. This guy is amazing at impact resistance, and the Calabar burrowing python proves that, with it also providing more robust vertebrae, which is always appreciated, and palatal and pterygoid teeth. Now, I'm not familiar with like some of these advanced terms, so please let me know what they mean. Obama the geologist. Then we've got the Xenosmilus providing its arms and claw sharpening, as well as its brain. If you're gonna use the Xenosmilus, I don't really understand the need to use the golden fronted woodpecker, but then again, I might just be dumb as a person. Then you've got the Pacific walrus providing countermeasures against muscle cramps. Then this thing also provides facial blubber. I guess it provides some extra protection, thermoregulation, thicker skin. As I've said, this thing is very good at impact absorption, bosses for armor, stronger arms, stamina, and its IQ. I believe this is a case of Nemi, where where Pixel used the T-Rex's brain, and chimpanzee, I believe, for its IQ. I believe this is what he's doing. Then we've got the bighorn sheep providing its sweat glands, I believe, to like enhance the stamina, so like this thing can cool down mid fight. Dehydration tolerance, ramming adaptations. This thing, as I've said a million times, I believe at this point, it's very good at impact absorption. Tychocorax, providing dentition enhancement, enhancing scale durability and flexibility, making bones stronger. Okay, I guess. So, Minos 3.0 is quite the well thought out hybrid. I don't really see the uses of certain genomes though. But yeah, this thing is very good in my opinion. Moving on is Cygnus by Clamps, a recurring creator on this platform. Starting off is the Scutosaurus, providing the base genome. We're off to a good start, I guess. Then you've got the Scolosaurus, providing osteoderms and protected eyelids. Panoptis, its shell and its head armor. I believe this is a hollow purple type of scenario where the shell is the base of the armor with the osteoderms enhancing that Cymosuchus armor on limbs. Now, the only other time I've seen this thing was in Gilgamesh by Hardy Maximus. So W, Staganalepsis, armor from below. He learned from me. Okay. Brontosaurus, size and leg strength. Therefore, this thing is like hella big. Then is the Stegosaurus, providing gular osteoderms and a small brain. Okay, I guess. Then is the Stegosaurus, providing the little brown bat. A lot of sleep, because what the hell is this thing gonna do aside from like being in a shell, I believe. I don't know. Then the durian ground squirrel providing iron resistance. The opossum giving its immune system. This is fire, bro. This thing's immune system is on fire. Then we've got the scaly foot snail spreading iron across the body. Now, this is thankfully counteracted. Therefore, clamps is this is very good. Okay, that's what I can say. Then you've got the limpet, further strengthening the iron and providing goethite enhancements as well. This thing is overall very well made, and the creator, Clamps, has taken a lot of considerations. So, W Clamps, not gonna lie. Next up is Grouglator by Sean Kelly, another recurring creator of in the grand scheme of hybrid review. Now, this thing's base is the Megaraptor, providing, I believe, long claws. Then is the T-Rex, providing its jaw strength, its size, its extra muscle, eyesight, smell, and all that is good under the sun. The armadillo girded lizard, providing sharp, durable armor across the entire body that doesn't impede its movement and agility. Then you've got the Mylodon, providing stronger arms, internal osteoderms, and stronger grip. Now, then you've got the northern short-tailed shrew. I don't really see any problems, but the back teeth for crushing from the Amazon giant river otter, the canines for puncturing skulls. Now, the T-Rex already provides its highly strong teeth, so I don't really think you need its canines. Moving on is then this thing provides the temporal muscles, but the way through which this thing, the Amazon giant river otter, actually has its strong temporal muscles is through the sagittal crest. So instead, you should have used this thing for the sagittal crest. Then the other benefits would have came, but yeah, that so. Then is the back teeth and whatnot for crushing. Then is the vampire bat, providing its thermal sensors, its echolocation and iron distribution. Only problem I see is you could use its blade-like incisors. Then is the Utah raptor. I don't really know about the sickle claw of that thing at this big of a size, 8 tons. Then is the skunk, giving venom resistance in anal glands. No problems so far. Then is the peregrine falcon. Now this thing, the peregrine falcon speed at 10 tons, 42 feet and 14 feet will be heavily toned down. So it's not going to be like as much as a peregrine falcon, or this thing will become something straight out of Dinosaur King. Overall, this hybrid is very good, but I just don't really know about certain aspects of this thing. I'm so dumb. But yeah, I don't really know about certain aspects of Grouglator. Next stop is Fulgrim. So let's talk about Fulgrim. Now, this guy has a green anaconda for his base, I believe, providing its good body. So then, you've got the Gaboon Viper, providing its fangs, high venom loads, and a more congruent head shape with a constrictor snake. Now, if this thing is like giving venom through the fangs, then it's dead. But then we've got the what do you call it? Yeah. The king snake giving stronger muscles. The Mosasaurus huffmanni giving size. Now I don't really see any problems so far. Although I think you could have used the titanoboa or something like that for the size. Then, the Brazilian wandering spider added robustness to the fangs and metal infusion, no problems. Oh, wait, I think this. Yeah. So, like, I think the Brazilian wandering spider is there to counteract the fang flaw. Then you've got the golden tail gecko giving its chemical tail spray. The saw scale viper giving very cool scales. Arapaima, mineral reinforcement of the scales, good. Pressure sensors, immune system, pain tolerance, and energy efficiency, this is good. Oh wait, yeah, then we've got the inland typhon giving its specialized venom and whatnot. Then we've got the horned sand viper giving head spikes and thermal sensors, which means this thing has thermal vision. Then we've got the Gila monster giving extra armor on the skull. Okay, so I don't really see any problems aside from Mosasaurus being used for the size when a snake could be used for the size, you know. So yeah. Next up is Mr. Snappy by my boy Clamp. Now, most of this hybrids, the goal of Mr. Snappy is to create a relatively good mosasaur. I guess mosasaur, I don't know. I guess I'm hella dumb, as I've said before, when it comes to these kinds of things. And then, first of all, let's talk about the base. Basanosaurus leptorhynchus, which will serve as the base genome. Okay, valid. Pteranodontosaurus, providing enlarged eyes, allowing this animal to see better in the deep, and by extension, the adaptations for deep diving. Good. No, I don't see any problems so far. Giving a lot of useful traits. Okay. So, slender frame, size increase, augments to the head. Not gonna lie, if you're gonna like use a bunch of creatures for the intelligence, I think that'll just make the animal conflicted. Okay, it'll be like this. Nothosaurus, this just enhances the bulk. I don't see any problems in this. The frankly adorable Pusa hispida, more commonly known as the ring seal, provides aesthetic, okay, making this thing cute with the help of the Pteranodontosaurus. Then we've got the pygmy sperm whale, okay, nothing really that much. Yeah. And then the final genome, the California sea lion. As always, I don't see any problems within this. Yeah, I think you could just decrease one of the uses of the Plotosaurus. Aside from that, I don't see any problems. Moving on is Go On You by Sean Kelly. Also, shout out to Barry Ox for this amazing art. Yeah, you're goated. So, for its base, Apatosaurus. Okay, I don't see any problems with this. Moving on is the Puertosaurus. Having providing a more robust neck and size. Alamosaurus armor on the back and the underside. So, Twinator, I think you should make the Puertosaurus the base, because that thing also has a thumb claw plus its size and whatnot. Now, considering the fact the only use of the Alamosaurus is armor on the back and underside, I don't really understand using it when you're using the Cuban crocodile. Moving on. This thing is underutilized. You know, this thing has an oh, okay, he's using this punk's immune system. Lol, I've been infected by the JJK fan reading comprehension disease. But I can thankfully shrug it off because I'm not a JJK fan anymore. But forgetting that, I like the vasoconstriction is goated, and it will enhance your hybrid's immune system a lot more. Moving on is the Boogaloo pelter, the flexible inner layer of the armor, and the soft tissue keratin. Whoo, shit! I don't really see any problems aside from the three sauropods used, like either pick between Puertasaurus or Apatosaurus for the base, or straight up remove Alamosaurus. So, yeah, that's it for Prometheus. This was actually quite fast, honestly. Yeah, that's it. Moving on is The Seus by Sean Kelly. He's made a lot of the hybrids you will see over here. Yeah. Also huge shout out to Barryox, cause you're low key goated, my guy. So, the base is the Plateosaurus, the same base that Rocky has. Moving on is the Shunosaurus, providing a tail club, a longer tail, and a better thumb claw. I think the tail club would throw Theseus off balance, unless I'm missing something over here, which I definitely think I am missing something. Plus, this thing is built to be a facultative biped, so I think the tail club would just get in the way of that. I don't know. I think I'm definitely missing something, to be honest. Yeah. So moving on is the Cuban crocodile, providing osteoderms across the entire body, immune system. I think bro got cut off. Like, I think he got cut off mid sentence because he added a comma instead of like putting the normal full stop. But vasoconstriction is definitely there because like you're trying to use the Cuban crocodile now. So then is the Alamosaurus. I'm hoping like this thing isn't at like straight up Alamosaurus size, because like I think Sean himself is aware, and like he's just using Alamosaurus to like enhance the size so that it's like between Plateosaurus and Alamosaurus levels of size. So yeah. So moving on is the Solidosaurus, extra armor with extra congruity. Oh, size, air sacs, reinforcement of the armor on the top and the underside. Okay, so then is the Bornean orangutan, providing intelligence, arm strength. Just its arms. That's it. Turbosaurus, providing jaws, neck muscles, its locking mechanism, and senses. Now, considering this guy has a pretty long tail, considering the Shunosaurus genome, if I were you, Sean, I just use it to enhance the thumb claw and give it the tail club. But yeah, senses is good, but that's it. Also, my dear Barryox, let me know if I'm missing something. Yeah. Moving on is Go On You, also by Sean Kelly. Okay, so the Shunosaurus, providing its thumb spike and its tail club. Chiral spiny mouse, internal osteoderms. Okay, this is fire. Moving on is the Solidosaurus, giving armor on the legs. The Yogisaurus, giving armor on the top side of the body and the neck. Armor on the underside. Absolute cinema. Okay, moving on. Moving on is the Cuban crocodile in giving intelligence, but I just don't really understand using two crocodiles. But I think it's still functional. Don't know. Maybe I did lose my memories long ago, but whatever. Thorny devil lizard, extra spikes everywhere. Okay, so the thorny devil lizard, you're using it for a unique use, which is The ability to sequence toxins into blood, um, and its head spikes. Okay, Argentinosaurus size. If I were you, I'd just use the Alamosaurus for the size instead. Then is the Bactrian camel, ability to chew teeth, all that. Yeah. This is his weight, by the way. I just don't feel the need to use some of the Argentinosaurus genome. But aside from that, I don't really sense any other problems. So, yeah. Moving on is Cujo, which is a JoJo reference. At least I think so. So its base is the Udanoceratops with the humboldt squid giving weak strength. This is pretty solid already. The wild boar giving immune system gristle plating and sense of smell. Pretty good. Domestic pig trainability, willingness to eat anything. Okay, then is the mountain goat giving neck muscles more hoof dexterity and climbing ability. I'm guessing the neck muscles are like to enhance the head's strength. Moving on is the Cuban crocodile giving armor immune. Nepa! You already used the wild boar for its immune system. I guess it's the read out toxic metals part. Moving on, we got the Cuban crocodile, yeah. So the Cuban crocodile gives the armor, immune system, its vasoconstriction, stomach acid. Okay, nothing much so far. This hybrid is pretty good, you know. I don't see any actual like flaws in it. Wait a second. You're using double train. Sean is using a double train ability, which I just don't feel. I don't know how I discovered that flaw right as I was about to say that there were no flaws. But yeah, I think that's a flaw because, like, double train ability, like, I don't know, use the Tibetan Mastiff's mindset with the domestic pig's train ability, and I think it will be better. Then you've got the iguana providing lung capacity, longer tail, dewlap. So we got the iguana giving the hybrid lung capacity, a longer tail, dewlap. Its venom glands, which are unusable for the iguana at least, and then is the ferdilance giving thermal sensors. Um, Venom replacing that of the iguana, causing massive blood loss and tissue necrosis, allowing for easier tracking of escaped targets. This is pretty good. Only flaw I see is the double trainability. Instead, just use the Tibetan Mastiff's mindset and the domestic pig's trainability, and then I think it'll be better. Moving on is Calualis by the X-Scorcher. So for this thing's base, we've got the Shantungosaurus giving a heavyweight base. Spinosaurus giving an underwater lifestyle and sail. The weight is quite inaccurate actually because like Shantungosaurus was heavier than a T-Rex. Plus the neck extensions, the extra leg muscles, the sail, the quills, the tail spikes, all those will increase the weight. So that's I think a problem on the egg scorcher's part. So yeah, the Shantungosaurus gives the hybrid a heavy base. The Spinosaurus gives it an underwater lifestyle and sail. There are this is good, I guess. Allosaurus giving carnivorous teeth. If you want to use carnivorous teeth on a hadrosaur, the best option is like a T-Rex, especially for Shantung. So moving on, we've got the Allosaurus giving carnivorous teeth. I wouldn't really use an Allosaurus honestly for this purpose. I'd rather use a tyrannosaur, like Tarbosaurus or something like that. But okay, so moving on is the Titanosaurus giving a neck extension. Sauropods they have pneumatic bones actually, so I think you could use that to like decrease the weight of this thing. But let's move on to the horse giving a few leg enhancements. Now, if I were you, ex-scorcher, I'd be using a donkey because donkeys they have all this, and they also have leg enhancements actually, like for kicking. Also, instead of a Titanosaurus, I'd use a Brontosaurus. Brontosaurus was a camarosaurid which had quite the kick, known as thunder thighs. So that could like harmonize with the donkey gene. So moving on is the Topahara and Guanlong, giving the same crust that King Cheesecake, a hybrid made by Clamps, has. The iguanodon gives thumb spikes. Now, dear ex-scorcher, if you had used the Allosaurus anax in place of I guess I'm guessing Allosaurus fragilis, you wouldn't need the iguanodon genome. Otherwise, you could also use the Titanosaurus to provide a thumb spike because Titanosaurs have been depicted, especially in Prehistoric Planet, which is very accurate, as having thumb spikes. Moving on is how long, giving its sonic color and quills. And then is the Stegosaurus giving tail spikes. So, this hybrid is relatively good, although it could use some slight genomic enhancements. Also, this hybrid actually had a bit of an update to it, but I forgot to screenshot it. Like, please let me know, like, Eddie or Scorcher. Please let me know, and then I'll just do a bit of a 2.1 where I cover that change. So, yeah. And that concludes this volume of Hybrid Review. Hybrid Review, Volume 2, Electric Boogaloo!